Hello guys, welcome to channel for my name. In today's video, we are checking the camera UI of the Realme GT7 Pro. So guys, let's get started. So this is the Mars orange color, 12GB experience. So starting off from this is the camera UI, and starting off, we are getting the straight view on the extreme left, and it can be taken in 16mm, 24mm, 49mm, 73mm, and 144mm. Along with that, you are getting so much of filters over there. You can see, you can just check it out. And then apart from that, you are getting the flash option. Then the exposure adjustment option, you can see exposure adjustment option. Then we are getting the zoom options. So you can see it can be in 24mm and 73mm. These are called auto zoom options. So let me give you an example. So let me have this photo there. So if I just tap the subject, you can see it automatically just zooms in. And if I tap another object over there, let it be this guy. So if I tap over here, you can see it goes back to this location. And again, if I tap this subject, you can see it just changes. And again, if I tap this one, this is the auto zoom option. Along with that, you are also getting this manual zoom options. You can see, so the same thing which we have already seen, 16mm, 24mm, 49, 73 and 144 manual zoom options are also available. And then we are having this, let me show you this basic set of aspect ratio options as well as the timer settings over there. And then we have the interval shooting or called burst shooting options is also built. So let me show you the settings really quick. Starting off from the watermark, so you can see this is a general one, so it will be having just a text Realme GT7 Pro. And next is the custom one, which just looks really cool, and I will say frame watermark. So just tap the frame, and now you can see it's a really cool looking wallpaper over there. Means the watermark Realme GT7 Pro with the available color templates over there, and it's written Hyper Image Plus, so it looks a bit of professional. And even you can change this white color to black, you can see. So it's personally upon you, and if you don't need this color palette options over there, so you can just disable it and it will be just written Realme GT7 Pro. But this looks a bit of professional over there. And next we have some composition assistance like the grid lines. You can see if I just turn up the grid, what happens is you can see this grid for a perfect overhead shot and all. So that option is also able. So that's the composition assistance. And we have a level meter. If you just turn it on, frame, and now I'm gonna take a photo, and you can see a yellow line over here. It appears might be not visible well. So an yellow line would be appearing. That means if you just do like this, it can be shown that it is not ordered well. And over here, if it's perfect, you can see a yellow line on the center. So that's this composition assistance level works. And next, go back to this camera settings, and apart from that, we have the shutter sound option, mirror selfie option, location tags option, and we have the formatting option. If you need the high efficiency image or high efficiency video, you can just turn it on and off. And then we have the preserve settings. So that means if you just send this image to another phone, then that phone will be also having this option to change these features like live photo features, a telephoto zoom, and these all can be done. So if you want that effect or that thing to be done, then you need to turn on this feature. So everything should be turned on. Then if you send to the supported devices, some devices are only supported, so the supported devices would be able to change the photos, effects, live auto, macro modes, and pro settings in future. So that option is also available. So that's the preserve settings. And then some basic things to take the photo. Press and hold the shutter button. What to do? So if you just tap this camera button and press and hold, what happens? Currently it start to record a video. So that's, you can just customize in that way as well. So again, go to settings and yeah, press and hold. So you can assign to take burst shots. And then shooting methods, then you can just tap to capture or just show this palm like this to capture. So that option is there. Again, then we have the underwater options. Wow. So we can touch screen, and which should be work when you are taking underwater photos. So currently it's both the touch screen as well as physical buttons should be working. So I'll be showing a demo bit in a few seconds. And then we have the lens focal length options, which our focal length should be shown over there. So these options can be seen over there. Then we have the portrait distortion correction, and then that means some edge detection would be done, it's a bit more perfectly. And then we have auto nightscape option. Then we have the audio modes, standard and smart. Smart would be really nice. Then we have the focus modes. So just tapping, then this focus will be locked. And then we have the handy features like a volume action button. What to do? Does it take the photo? Then it should be shutter. Also, you can assign this volume to zoom as well. So that's can be done. And then we have the quick launch. So that means if you just turn it on, settings, I'll show you just a quick. So okay, quick launch. Let me turn it on. So double press the volume button to launch the camera when the screen is off. So just double press the volume button, and you can see instantly this camera is turned on, and you can just take a photo as well, just clicking the volume up button and all. And just go into settings. And so these are the quick in this camera settings. And now let's go back to this UI itself, and then we have the video. And I need to say a few things before that. We are getting the depth of field adjustment option. That means the portrait video options we are getting over here, and we can do 1x, 2x, 3x, 6x, 10x, and the maximum up to 18x can be done. We are getting some filters, you can see, as well as you can see some nice filters also are there. And then we have some face beautification options. Just currently I would just show that 4K at 60 fps, and whenever you can see currently it's 4K at 60, and whenever I just tap this beautification icon, it would be automatically go to 1080p at 30 fps. So, and but actually the thing is you will be a bit more brightening the subject and all, so that option is there. And whenever you're taking the filters, it automatically switches to 1080p at 30, and back in original it would be on 4K at 60 fps. And then in videos we are getting this same exposure adjustment options, and then we are getting this ultra steady for the maximum stabilization, and we have the HDR on and off options. You can see, let me turn it on. Yeah, HDR video, Dolby Vision, and then you can maximum record 8K at 24 fps, which is a really nice thing. 16 MB of selfie camera for the Realme GT7 Pro, and if it would be a 30, then it would be super awesome. Still it's decent, but actually it need few more optimizations and all. And the next thing is regarding the video. In the video we can only record 1080p at 60 fps in the front camera at a 60K price point phone. It should be a 4K at 30 at least, and it should be for decent, then it should be a 4K at 60, but it does not have any 4K recording for the front camera, which is not a really nice thing. So make sure these two things. And you can see this stabilization mode is also there, and along with that the exposure option can be also adjusted in the photos. So 0.6x, 1x, that means 24mm, 2x, that's a 49mm, 3x, that's a 73mm, and 6x, that's a 144mm, and can be done 20, 30, 60, and all the way up to 120x zooming on the Realme GT7 Pro. And here also we are getting the same set of exposure settings than the live photo settings. That means before taking the photo and after taking the photo, it will be saying a 1 second of video, that's called live photo. And then we have the AA snap mode over there, and then we have the Google Lens option, which is implemented over there itself. And then we have the basic set of settings, and then we have some filters over there, and then we have some beautification options over there, and then we have the portrait. And over here you can adjust the depth of field, and over here you can see some cool misty, glowing, and dreamy sort of effects. And then we have some basic set of filters, and some looks really nice. And apart from that, we have some basic retouching face retouching options. And then 1x 24mm, 2x 14mm, and 3x 73mm can be done. And next is the night mode, and you can take in 0.6x, 1x, 2x, 3x, 6x, and all the up to 120x even in the night. Wow. And then we have the pro mode. That means the aperture, white balance, shutter, exposure, focus, everything can be adjusted over there. So you can see, and it can be also shooting these much options, and go up to 10x on the pro mode. And next is a higher resolution mode, which you can be taking around 1x as well as 3x option, and that means it would be 50 MB of pic. And next is the panoramic mode. So here we're getting 0.6x, 1x, and 3x. And one more thing is that actually this ultra wide 0.6x is just an 8 MB camera. At least it should be having a 12 MB or even more. So that is another con about this phone. Anyways, that's it. And then we have the film mode with lot of options of customization, like the ISO, shutter, white balance, focus, then this stabilization, this histogram, grid lines, everything can be done. Wow. So lot of options over there in this pro video mode. And apart from that, we have the slow motion can be done. And let me see, 1080p at 240 fps can be done at the maximum, and it also supports 720p 240 and 720p 480, and it can be took on 1x as well as 3x. And then apart from that, we have the long exposure. It can be also taken on 1x and 3x. And then we have the dual view, that means front and back camera at the same time recording a video. So we'll be just showing you, so you can see now front and the rear camera at the same time. It can be also 1x, 3x, 6x, and 10x can be done in the rear camera versus the front camera can be also uh, do at the same time. Okay, and next is regarding the underwater photography. So this is the underwater, and here we are getting some risk warnings. So once you are in the water, so you can just zoom by just tapping this icon. So that means the volume plus button, like this, plus, plus. Once you are in the water, then you can just zoom by pressing this. You can see currently it's 0.6x, and it can be do to 1x and still 3x, then again to 0.6x. So this can be done. Volume up would be a zoom in zoom out function, 1x, 0.6x, 1x, and 3x. And then to switch between the cameras, you can just use the front cam. That means the volume down button. You can see it's switching this camera, front camera as well as a rear camera over there. And then to exit this mode, you can just press and hold. And before that, to take a photo, just a single tap would be taking a photo, and press and hold would take a video. You can see it is started recording. So these are the underwater options which is available. So let me stop, and to exit, just press and hold over there. 3, 2, and it would be having this ejection, water ejection feature also. Then we have the document scanner option, and apart from that, we have this tilt shift. That means only one portion of this frame would be having the color. Apart from that, the remaining portions will be blur, uh, and that's it. So, and currently I've been downloading this apps to do the checking, and also Genshin Impact, BGMI, Call of Duty is being downloaded. So you can see now we are good doing the gaming test as well as the benchmark test really soon. So stay tuned. So guys, that's it today. Signing off. It's Phone Mania.